Hello, 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 and happy Sunday evening. Welcome to DeWitt 3D Canada. My name is Tim. Hello, everybody. How are you all tonight? Let's see who is here. We have Jose Ferreira. I know joining me very, 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 very late at night. Get some sleep tonight. Yes, Fadion Non-Fam is here. And we have Shadell 3D, the Poor Boy channel. Hello, Poor Boy channel. David Vieira is here. And Guy the Jedi, 3D Medic Vince. I'm scrolling too fast. Nick, Teza. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Well, I'm not going to be quite what I wanted to do tonight because a couple things. Filament for the RatRig showed up on Friday, so I haven't had a ton of time to print parts. We are printing parts. Right here, as you see, we're printing parts on the 2.4, and we have already got some parts printed. There we go. We already have some parts started for it, so we've got a desk full of parts here, but I need to get a few more parts before we can actually commence with the building. Printing it in a nice, it's actually called, it's Polymakers ASA, and it is Army Brown. Really nice color. So if we look at this closer up, it's a really nice, if this camera will focus for me, it's a nice color, this Army Brown ASA from Polymaker. Here, there's another one of the pieces here. Prints are turning out great. These are done on the Voron. So yeah, nice color filament for the for that part. And then we got some other pieces in for the RatRig. We got these ones in recently. We are going to, these are part of the XY gantry, the corners up on the top that are going to hold where the motors go for the AB motors. So we're going to have some metal involved in this to keep it nice and strong. It is like milk chocolate, actually. And if you order their filament, actually, if you use your imagination, it's like chocolate. I've wanted to take a bite out of it. Looks just like milk chocolate. It really does. So we got these pieces in for it. We're printing some pieces right now. The print that's going right now, they're fairly big. They're the main motor mounts. They're taking about 14 hours. It's a long print, but then mind you, it's 40% infill, so they're going to be very strong parts. So yeah. David Vera, hello, and Guy the Jedi, Gary T. I think I've said hi to everybody that's popped in. Well, hey, this is awesome. So I've, as you can see, there's a couple questions that are going to come to mind here tonight. And as the stream title says, it's RatRig Update, Voron Update. First question that might be asked is, why is the Trident back on the bench? It's a very good question. Why is the Trident back on the bench? Well, I've been having some issues. Hey, Miles Clayton. So I'll tell you, I have been having some issues with the Trident, mainly with the, we had an issue with the hot end today, no problem. We had some clogs, so we had to do a little bit of tweaking with, we weren't getting clogs, we were getting skipping on the motor. So we fixed that up today, no problem, I just rebuilt the hot end, it's all, no, not a big deal. But I'm having issues with the clicky probe. I'm getting a false triggering on not on the clicky, sorry, on the tap. I'm getting false triggering on the tap. So when I initially built this tap, I reprinted the parts because it was like a last minute change in the parts, and I reprinted them rather quick. I wasn't 100% happy with the quality of the parts I reprinted, so I am reprinting tap parts right now as we speak. And I'm gonna rebuild the tap on this, the tap portion of it. I had an issue yesterday with the tap, and it could just be that things loosened up. But anyways, the linear rail on the tap had come loose, so I had to take that apart because the whole head was wobbling. So I had to take that apart, and I ended up putting some blue Loctite on the linear rail screws that go into the tap, keep that from doing it, and that worked fine. But we're getting some issues with false triggering of the tap. It's an error that pops up every time I try and print. So did my CAN bus ever show up for the Trident? It did, as a matter of fact, Fabian. Let's see, it is right. Where did I put it? I moved it. I know I've got my back to you, but that's okay. You can still hear me because I'm using a all new mic setup system right now. Where did I put the, it was in a bamboo, oh, it's right here. It's right in front of me. It's on the desk. I was looking for a brown box. It's in a black bamboo box. You've had a couple issues with the tap on a few of yours. Temporary fix was playing with the magnets. Well, mine, it seems if I wiggle the wires or something, but I just decided to reprint it. So here we are. This is the CAN bus. So let me get an overhead camera. Let me get a different camera view for you guys here so you can see what I've got here. This is the CAN bus that showed up for the Voron. If I go to this view right here, and here, there we go. So this is what came from Big Tree Tech. Of course, we have a duck for the collection. Let's see, does this one squeak? Let's see. Come on. Yeah, if I push hard on him, he squeaks. If you pushed hard on me, I'd squeak too. So there's our CAN bus cable. So this would be the cable that's going to go from the hot end up to the down to the main board. So this is the cable for the CAN bus, nice long cable. Okay, it looks like it's about, I don't know, I haven't even opened it to see how long the cable is. We got a really nice Big Tree Tech X Clipper sticker. I love my stickers. And then we got a Big Tree Tech sticker with it. Hello, Cliff D. Hello, hello. And then we got some connectors. So this is just all the connectors for the wiring. A couple zip ties. We got a thank you card from Big Tree Tech, whereas I should be sending them a thank you card. I like their thank you cards with a little duck in the corner. And then in here, initially they seemed to say tap needs N52 magnets, but then that changed. Yeah. So the other, I'll talk about that in a second, about what else is happening with the tap. So this guy, I haven't opened this yet. So here we go. So it looks like for this, we get, let's just see. Let's have a look at this. This is the, so here we are. This is the Big Tree Tech EBB SB0000 CAN version 1.0. This looks like it is the board that is going to go on the hot end. Okay, so we're going to be wiring up to get that all plugged into the hot end. That's that one. That's possible, Nick. It's, yeah, that's why I'm going to rebuild it and see. I have the other issue, the other hint. I'll talk about it in a second. I can get this bag open, but you think I can, there we go. Throw this guy back in. So that's the hot end portion of the CAN bus. And down here we have, I have no clue how to hook this up. I'm going to be doing the research on how to hook this up. This is brand new to me. A U2C board. A U2C board. Is that what this is? This is a, what's it say on this board? It doesn't say, this just says 2307. So this is the other board that came with it. This is the board, I am assuming, which is going to attach or connect with the main board. So this is the second board. Oops, that's upside down. That's the right way up. So this is the main portion of the CAN bus board. So it looks like we have a, I have no idea. Oh, this is the Big Tree Tech SB2240 version 1.0. Sorry, that does have that written right on the bottom. Right there we go. SB2240 version 1.0. There we go. Oh, both of these are for the tool head, are they? Oh, right. Okay. See, shows you what I know. I'm kind of rookie to this. I have no idea how to use this. And then we have a USB-C port here for whatever we're going to use that USB-C port for. So they're both for the tool head. Okay. Okay. One is for the, one goes on the stealth burner, which is probably this one. And then one goes on the, and then that's where this plugs into right here. So this one goes on the tool head, this one goes on the stealth burner, and boop, it plugs right in here. Okay. One goes on the front faceplate with the fans, LEDs, etc. Yeah, exactly. We'll still need the U2C board. Okay, well then I don't have a U2C board, so we'll have to, that's why I really don't know what I'm doing here. But if I need another board to go with it, in order for it to work, we have a heat sink, and then we have a heat sink in here. So if there is another board required, I will have to reach back out to my contact at BTT and have them send me whatever I need to make this thing work. Hey, Chris Travis. Okay, so these never go back in the way they came out. Anybody notice that? There's no way you can pack it. Anyways, it's okay. I don't want to break anything. There we go. So we can throw this all back in. I will look into this and see what else I need. I'll look and see if I do need the, let's see, U2C. So maybe some of the BTT main boards have it built in depending on which one you have. Did you see the size of the connectors? These connectors are tiny. Now, I did reach out to them, and they do say that the, they do say, here, let me get this camera back to here. I did reach out to them, and they did say that the Octopus and the Manta MP8 that I have are compatible with this. So they said it'll work with either one of those boards. So I'm going to be putting one of those two boards in the RatRig, or not in the RatRig. Sorry, I'm confusing my two builds. I do have, it's the Octopus that's on both of my Vorons. So they did say that this is compatible with the Octopus, and it's compatible with the MP8, so the MP8 board. So I could put the MP8 board in or use the Octopus. So we'll see. We will see. I'm going to do my research and homework on that in the meantime. So I'm going to put these stickers aside because I'm going to put them up on my sticker. I got quite a sticker collection going on my little sideboard over here. It's pretty cool. But the fact that I can have that one wire going from the tool head down to the main board is quite enticing. So this is what came in. So we did get this, yes. What else is going on? I am printing Octopus and MP8 newer version have CAN built in. Okay, yeah, so we should, they did tell me that the boards I have are compatible. So I just need to read up on it and figure out what I'm doing. But that's what my channel is all about, is to learn as I go. Poor Boy Channel, you've heard the LDO is providing N35 magnets. West 3D appears to be doing N52. From the one you got in Tech sent the crappiest magnets I've ever had. See, it just depends on who you're getting your magnets from. The magnets I got, the board I have was Zach had sent me the board that I have right now with the hardware and so forth on it, but I had printed the parts. And they were printed in a rush, which obviously is not working. Now, the other thing I was going to say about it is when it's probing, how do I describe this? Let's just pretend this is the hot end. Anyways, when it's going, it's basically, it hits the bed, boom, it goes up, it triggers, and when it comes down, it kind of goes boom and slips. Not slips, but it hesitates and then comes down. So it goes up, then it goes boom, boom, then it goes up, then it goes down, down, up, down, down. And I think there's something in there preventing a smoother motion. Now, that being said, that's not what's causing the error, because the error is being caused saying that it's already triggered, that the Z is already triggered, something along those lines, before it even does any probing. But when it does manage to probe, it does that little bit of a skip step when it comes back down, pushes it up, and it goes boom, boom, back down. So it could very well be just something a little too, the magnet's loose, could be something too tight. It could be a flaw in the print. It could be when my linear rails loosened up and they were wobbling that it damaged something on one of the parts. I do have the West 3D kit. Yes, that is where he got the kit from. And West 3D appears to be doing N52. Now, I don't even know what's stronger. Is an N52 stronger than an N35? Anyways, I don't, and I have other magnets. I just don't know which ones I have because they're never labeled, right? So all I know is all the little magnets I have that would be compatible with that are freaking strong. Very strong magnets. And again, I couldn't tell you whether they're N52 or N35s. Yeah. Hey, Marcel, how are you, sir? N52 is strong. Okay, so N52 is stronger than N35. Okay, so we may have N52s in here. Who out there is into resin printing? I've tried resin printing, but I'm not a big fan of it. It's just a personal preference. But I saw this. I guess you want to call it an ad, or it's one of these emails that came to me from a marketing email from a company called Nexa 3D. And this is interesting. A company called Nexa 3D. They make, I would call them commercial, very commercial, high-end resin printers. We're speaking high quality, big resin printers. I will never, ever, 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 ever get or afford one of these resin printers because I think they're in the $20,000 to $30,000 US range. Anyways, they were offering a free sample, or not a free, they were offering us to send a sample of their resin printed chess piece. And I said, why not? Send it to me. It's free. It didn't cost me a nickel. And you just sold your Ender 3 Max today. Oh, okay. You're getting something different? Too smelly, yeah. But I am blown away by the quality. And no wonder this printer costs so much money. So they send this Rook, sample of this resin printed Rook, no supports from what they've said. And I don't know if the camera's going to do this justice. Let's see if it'll even focus on it. But, oh, come on, get focused, because this thing is impressive. I mean, look at the quality right down to the textures in the bottom there. All the stuff, all the detail inside with the textures and the detail inside. Look at the quality of that resin printed print. And then if I show you down in the top, I mean, they've got text up top here. Nexa 3D Rook resin printer sample piece. I mean, that is impressive quality. So it's crazy quality. But yeah, no, you can wonder why the machines cost 20, 30 grand, right? So they're meant for industrial use. And then on top of that, they sent this same resin printed piece, obviously out of a flexible material, and it's called obviously Flex 475 white. And this has a little hand in the middle. And amazing. I mean, oh, there's even text on the top of that one too. So anyways, I just think these are pretty cool. I don't do resin, but I imagine anybody that does resin, look how well they fit together too. I imagine anybody that does resin would be impressed with this quality. So, I mean, anyways, I just thought I'd show you guys that because that's a piece, just a piece to put up on the mantle type thing and hang on to. But anyways, that's a company called, look them up. They're Nexa 3D, and they are, yeah, they're a little bit above my pay grade. So, but I thought I'd share that. Next one is 49,900. There we go. That's even more than I thought. Flexi resin stuff. Holy cow. Their cheapest printer is $62.95. Wow. Yeah. Yep. The flex resins you have from Overhang Labs behaves like that. It's good fun. Very cool. Yeah, I can't afford a printer like those to get those qualities. So anyways, and then the other thing I'm working on, if anybody watched Brian Vines' 3D, Brian Vines' video last week, he made a, and I've got the parts printed for it, and I'm making, it's a spool rewinder, basically for taking your spools that don't fit in the AMS on the Bamboo Lab, and you put the Bamboo Lab spool on here, and you wind your filament onto a Bamboo Lab spool. I don't want to do that upgrade to the AMS that people have been doing, so I decided this is the way to go. And it has a really cool, if you haven't watched Brian Vine's video, go watch it. It's great because as you wind it, it's got a little mechanism down here that's going to go across, back and forth, making sure that your filament is winding onto the spool nice and evenly and nicely tensioned. So I think I've got all the parts printed except maybe, oh, I'm missing one of these, I'm missing one of these insert nuts here, which is currently printing at my office on my other P1P. And yeah, and it's a reverse thread type thing. But yeah, you put your spool on here, you put this in here. Whoops, other way. And you put your donor spool on here, you put your bamboo spool on here, and you guys don't see this because I don't have the right view here. And there you go. You put your donor spool on here, your bamboo spool on here, and you just, then it's got a little handle here. That's got a piece that goes on it, and you're going to crank this little handle, and it's going to, with all these, it's got these different, I guess, I don't know what these are called, V-mesh gears. These are supposed to be a little more efficient gear type thing, these V-mesh gears. So they self-center themselves and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Very cool. Oh, so you made one, but you had some issues with the slide thing binding. Okay, I haven't actually put it together yet. I've actually, I just opened the this guy here earlier today, and I think there's a link to a video in here on how to assemble the thing. Oh, it's right here. So there's a video on how to assemble the whole thing. So I've got to assemble that yet. I could probably partially assemble it right now if you guys want to see me try that, because I really have nothing else to build tonight other than when I get the tap parts finished printing here. This is kind of a mishmash stream. When I get the tap parts finished, which is going to be, looks like another hour to finish printing them, and yeah, that is being printed on the bamboo. Way too much work. This is way too much work. I don't know. You think so? It takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bearings, which I have, and a bunch of printed parts. There are metal bearings. I think I have, let's see, where's my kit? Is this the kit? Yeah, this is it right here. And I do believe, here. Oh, wild eyes. Oh, stupid face tracking. Don't track my face. Where's my mouse? There we go. Let's turn off. I don't want you following my face. It's just kind of, that's just kind of creepy if you ask me. Not my face, the fact that it falls. Well, depends who you talk to. But I believe these are the bearings here, and I got a bag full of them. But I believe these are the proper size bearings for that. If not, it might be. Oh no, I think it's these ones here. These ones, I believe, which I've got 2 sleeves of. So I think these are the right bearings here. You just want to throw them in a roller and push a button and have it all done for. You mean you don't want to crank it? I needed this when my spool fell apart. Chris, you're right. I did. So I believe, let's see, if I pull one of these bearings out, are these the same size? Let's see these ones. I've got more bearings than I know what to do with. Yeah, these are the right size, and I believe, yeah, those are the right bearings. So those are the bearings I'm going to need. There's a drill adapter too. Yes, yes, that's true. There is a drill adapter. Let's get this bearing out. Get out of there. Get out of there. That was just for demo purposes. I thought I printed the drill adapter, and obviously I didn't. And I think I'm missing one part, but I could probably assemble this a little bit. But yeah, there's a drill adapter. You can get the drill and just and do it like that. So it'd be pretty cool. So it's 608 skateboard bearings. These I don't see a number. This is a 60. Oh, there is a number on that. This is a 608 bearing. Look at that. So I have a whole bunch of 608 bearings, and I didn't even know. And I wondered, what am I going to use these for? But you know what? Something will come up one day. Something came up. Let's try and put this together. I know my stream talked about RatRig and Voron, but it said RatRig Voron updates, and that's kind of where we're at. We got the part printing for this guy we're going to fix. I am rebuilding I'm not rebuilding. I'm rebuilding the hot end of my Voron 0.1, the red and white version. I'm rebuilding the hot end. I'm probably going to switch it over. I'm putting a mini stealth burner on it. I've already printed and 90% assembled the mini stealth burner. I'm having issues with the mini stealth burner. Go figure. So that's a project I'm working on for that. Those bearings are pretty universal. You just use them for skateboard wheels because they were easy to find back in the day. Oh, okay. I don't skateboard because I don't want to end up in the hospital. So I don't know much about how universal these are, but hey, Marcel, you're probably cooler than me when it comes to skateboarding stuff. Looks like a claw machine from here. Oh, this? Probably does. Hey, Jerry. So let's have a peek at this video and let's see about how this goes together. See if I have enough parts to put this thing together. Okay, first he talks about all the screws you're going to need, which is fine. I pretty much have a good collection of screws. So he does a good video. I'm not going to share the video because you guys can just go to look it up on printables where I got this. So he actually does. He'll show you the part, and what I like about this video, what I like about how he's done here is he goes in the video and he has a piece of paper here. So here we go. I'll just go back a little bit. He's going to he shows a piece of paper here. He shows you the parts you're going to need. And then he puts them down and he actually lists on the paper right there. So you need a hexagon socket screw. You need you need 4 screws, M3x6. You need 4 screw knobs, M3. How come I only printed 2 of those? 3 of those. I thought it said the print. Oh, I do have 4 of them. Oh, I printed. Yeah, I do have 4 of them. What am I talking about? I do have 4 of them. Okay. So M3x6. Okay, so let's switch back over here. So we have an M3x6, and you know what? Do I have M3x6s? Do I have M3x6s? Come on. M3x6. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Look at that. And then we have these 4 little parts here. These parts are printed in blue Jesse blue PLA. So we take those and we hammer. Now that's a tight fit. Come on, or is he? Mind you, he does hammer them in. He takes the little piece, he puts it down, he uses his tweezers. Oh, and then he puts it on the tweezers and he literally hammers it in. I don't have a hammer. Do I have a hammer? I have tweezers. So he takes his blue piece. He picks a nut in his tweezers. He takes his nut in his tweezers like this. Then he hammers it. Now, I need a hammer. I guess anything is a hammer, right? Let's see if I can hammer. Do you have a vise? Ooh. Oh. PZ dude. PZ dude. Do I have a vise? I do. I do have a vice, PZ dude. I would never have thought of that. See, that's why you guys are on the channel, and that's why you guys are all smarter than me. Ow. Okay, that's a light right there. That hurt. I have a vice. I have some advice for you. Don't hit your head on a light on a live stream. People think you're crazy. Okay, we have a vice. We can turn our vice around. I like this vise because you can actually, it's very multifunctional. So we can turn this around so we can have a nice flat spot here. There we go. Let's see if we can get this vise to work. Do you have a heavy boot? No, but I got a sore head. Here. That's not going to work. There, we'll do that. So let's open the vise. See if I can line these up. Because that's just a matter of, I can't even get, I got to make sure it starts correct. But theoretically, if I can kind of get this lined up straight. Whoops. Actually, better yet, if I get this started with my hammer, no. Okay, let's not do that. Okay. He's not crazy, he's Canadian. Thanks, Jerry. That's true, though. That is why. That is true. Okay, come on. I don't think I have a hammer down here. I have a hammer in the garage. But that's going to screw up the top of that screw. Okay, I'm going to try the vise aspect here. I know it's meant to be a tight fit because it's meant to be like a little thumb screw. Okay, there's one screw on the ground. I'm going to have to find that one. There we are. Ah! These size screws are a rare commodity. Grabs the right tool for the job and uses it as a hammer. Oh, you think that would squeeze? Oh, oh man, I see where you're going. You're saying to go ahead and do something like like this. I see where you're going. Now maybe. Hang on. Maybe I need to drill it out a little bit. Hang on. Maybe if I just drill this out just a tad. And then okay, and then I see what you're saying by he grabs the right tool for the job, because this I can just go like this and kind of squeeze. Use a soldering iron to press fit it. Ooh, oh, hey. That might not be a bad idea too. Oh, man. Whoever made this drill bit holder didn't leave a lot of room for squeezing and pulling the drill bits out. Oh, that would have been me. Okay, there. Now we bring it to the vise. And now we, oh, let's see. Oh, it's working, but it's going in crooked. Oh, come on. It's working, but it's going in crooked. Oh, there goes the piece. Oh, come on. I dropped it in my junk drawer, in my junk box. Hang on, that doesn't sound good, does it? I found it. I dropped it. It fell in my scrap box. Now, where'd the screw go? I'm a mess here, guys. I am a mess here. Okay, there. Now, I like this vise idea. Nope. Except it's bending. Ah. Oh, there goes the screw. It was still in the pliers. Oh. Whose idea was it to do this? Oh man, I think I just screwed the piece up. Hang on. See if I can fix this. Oh, I did. I got it. Whew, I got it in. But the question is, did I screw the threads up? Oh, lordy, lordy. I got it in, but look, I got it in. It took a lot of work. David Wilson, hello. You sent an email with 2 mod parts. Oh, you're home, honey. Hello, Richard and David. Okay, well, that was interesting, but I inquiring minds must need to know. Let's move this aside. Just for those of you that are just joining, no, this is not a Voron or a RatRig build. This is this is a poop show right now. Because I can't do any building right now because I'm printing parts. Where's my M3 hammerhead? I just want to see if I messed the threads in this up or not. Oh, no, well, yeah, I think I kind of, okay, that one may be a, what are the chances that I grabbed one bad hammerhead? Let's try this one. Yeah, I think I kind of messed the threads up on that. Okay, well, that's okay. It's a 3-second print on the bamboo, this thing. So scroll back a little to see your comment. Oh, Teza, let's see. Let's scroll back a little to see your comment. Put a nut or heat set on the tip of the screw to protect the threads. Oh, there's a good idea. Why don't I think of those things? Oh, that's a very good idea, actually. So what I'm going to do then, with that idea in mind, is I'm going to take this, because giving it a little bit of a cleanup with the drill bit seemed to kind of help, and then a little bigger drill bit, just to give it a bit of a little bit of a countersink effect, so that I can at least center the screw. Let's do that. Let's grab. Where are my nuts? I must have some M3 nuts here somewhere. M3 nuts. Let's see. M5 hex nut. Okay, where's my nuts? There's no nuts in there. Oh, there we are. Hex nuts. Okay, so we'll put a hex nut on. We'll put a hex on the nuts. Plus it keeps a flat surface. Yeah, try using the heat presser. You think that would work, the heat press, to get these pushed in? Well, okay, if you guys think I'll try it. I'll try it. It's not really your typical heat press inset, but hey, I think you guys just want to see me burn myself on the heat press. But let's try it. I'll try anything once, as long as it doesn't hurt my ego too much. I'll try anything once, as long as you don't mind hearing me sing. Yes, I am singing on stream between your legs. Oh, Teza. Turn the heat. I was putting some heat insets into my when I was rebuilding my stealth burner earlier on here, and I was waiting, and I waited, and I went, okay, boom, and why aren't these friggin' things going in? And I hadn't turned the soldering iron on, so yeah. Okay, so we have that one. make sure we put it in this way. We'll see if this might work, although I am going to use tweezers. I'm sorry to disappoint. Oh yeah, that'll fit down in there. So I'm going to use tweezers so I can hold it kind of level. Kind of level, just sort of like that. And we'll see if this works. We will see. Unfortunately, because of the angle I'm at, you guys won't see if I actually happen to burn myself. But let me go a little deeper with the drill bit. There we go. Okay. And then, is this hot? Yeah, that's hot. So our iron's hot. Okay, let's put this in. And let's just see. Let's try it. Okay, stay still. Okay, we're gonna miss. So we got to come out here somewhere. Okay, let's see if this gets. Let's see if the heat will transfer down through here. I think it's working. Although it could be my imagination or wishful thinking. I'm putting a lot of pressure on it. Okay. It fell. Let's see. Nope. No, okay. Now I don't know where the screw went. Is this it? No, that's a different screw I lost a while back. No. Okay, so that won't work. That was a good thought, but basically it was sinking in, but then it just fell right out. So let's pop this off. Let's let this cool down. It didn't quite work. It just melted the plastic and then came right out. And now the good news is that this one fits in there just nicely, but let's see if I can squeeze. Let's see if I can squeeze this one in a little further. That's why I said put a heat set on the screw. Oh, I see. Yeah, but it still wouldn't have worked. Okay, let's try this. Let's just do this. Do this. Like this. Oh, and it's crooked. I just think that I should have just like that might work. That might just work. Let's just see. Put a nut on the end to give you surface area to press against. Yeah. Oh yeah, that didn't damage my threads. I lost that nut I just had. Actually, if I could put a T-nut or the hammerhead on here, and do this, then that gives me the surface area and it should keep it nice and level. Like that. Aha. Listen, Teza, I knew what you meant. You jumped? Did you, David? Okay, that seems to have worked. I can live with however this is. It's a little crooked, but I don't even know what, honestly don't even know what these pieces are for. So I'm just making them. So we've got that one. We've got this one, which has damaged threads, which I might be able to fix. Because, you know, really, if you force damaged threads into a, so if I were to take this, and if I were to hold this, and if I were to kind of force thread that in, sometimes you can forcefully repair damaged threads. Not that I've done it before. Yeah, just like that. See, and then you unscrew it. And I've either fixed the threads or I've screwed up the T-nut. Let's just see if this other one that I didn't screw up the threads on will still go in this. It's a matter of what's stronger. Yeah, and it works fine. Okay, so we got our two. We got two. We didn't damage this one. Good. There we go. We have two of them. Okay, so let's do this next one properly. Although I've run out of M36s because I keep dropping them. Let's see. I think I've got 2 more in here. What I liked about the heat inset portion of it was that it gave me a good base. It gave me a good base to get this started. But now that I just thought of this idea, sorry, Teza, that if I put something in here to give it a good surface area to push flat against, it'll go more even. That's Teza's idea. So now, okay, let's go like this. Oh, no, okay, not going to do that. Okay, so back to the drills really quick. And I don't really blame anybody if you just leave the stream right now, because this is either that or this is just pure entertainment value right now. Because there's really no educational aspect to this at all, except how not to do something. Where's my dangerously sharp knife that I'm going to put right close to my fingers to scrape something out? There we go. Okay, now I think we're cooking. Actually, let's just see if I do this and I do this and I have more surface area to hammer on. No, that'll kill the threads. But oh, it started it. Hang on. Now if I go like this and like this, okay, that starts it. Then I can use these to straighten it out. Oh, there we go. Now if I use this to finish pushing it in, oh, brilliant. Look at how easy that third one went. Yay! Okay, so fourth one should be a breeze. Okay, we give it a bit of a lip. Okay, then we get it in the vise. We give it a bit of a start. Okay. Then we use these to straighten it out. Like that. Oh, it just snaps in like it felt like my knuckle cracked. Then we go in the vise and we tighten it in. See, now I have a method for when I build another 150 of these little devices. And that is in there like flint. Okay. I know that was painful to watch. And, you know, I apologize for any pain or discomfort I may have caused anybody in the making of this video, of this live stream, but you're the guys that have the button that say leave or tune out or whatever. Oh, there it is. There's the other one I was missing. I thought it fell on the floor. It fell on the table. Well, we'll put that in our magnetic scrap bin. And we'll put the T-nut in there, or the hammerhead nut in there. Put my hammer away and put this dangerous knife out of my reach. Okay, let's see what's next on the instructions. This was fun. I don't know if I need this vise anymore. So we'll just throw that. Oh! Right on the floor against the glass build plate I had there. So he hammers them in. Good enough. We do that 4 times. Yep. Okay. I see that. Okay. Let's hear. You guys want to see. I'm just. So we need 2 bamboo centering discs, 1 winder right hand spool, axle nut, 1 winder right hand spool, axle, and 1 Bamboo Lab spool. Well, I don't have the Bamboo Lab spool. But let's just see what he does. I do have the Bamboo Lab spool, but yeah, and I like how he does this. He points to the parts, what they are. Okay, like, you know, just because in case somebody doesn't know what a spool is. We put that in. We put that in. I know where he's going here. I honestly know where he's going here. Hey, Stephen Poole. Hey, 3D4 Joe. So I happen to have a Bamboo Lab spool here, but for some reason, I think I printed the wrong part because this is way too big. Either that or the Bamboo Lab spool has different. Oh, there. My mic was itching me. Sorry. So that's kind of the wrong part. But the idea behind this, let's just pretend I did do the right part. Okay, this is the. I love how nice and freely. Look at that. Look how nice and watch this. Look at that. Beautiful. So this would go in here. Okay, like this. If this, let's just pretend this is the right part and it fits. Okay, and this one goes over on this side. Okay, we'll pretend. I know we have imaginations. We can pretend. Okay, and then this one would come on this side. Okay, so this would go through here, and this would screw into the other side, and we'd be looking at something like this. Okay, so we're just going to pretend these things fit. There's different sizes of these discs that you can print for different size spools. Now, you'd think all bamboo spools would be the same, but what do I know? And then this would sit in here like this. Okay, like boom. So that's sort of where the bamboo spool part comes in. Then we got some other gears to do. Of course, that little, it sounds like a bicycle chain thing there with that little piece of filament going. But that's the idea. That's kind of how that works. And then we have one with a gear, and then the other one I'm printing doesn't have a gear, and that's going to be for the donor spool. Okay, so the donor spool is going to be very similar in the way the donor spool goes on. And I think the different sizes of these are because different donor spools are going to have different size cores so that we can, determine that, which is why I just printed the first one that I downloaded and didn't think, because I'm an idiot, to print the one that's actually going to fit the bamboo spool and maybe say for instance, one of the spools I'm going to do is a Pro PLA or 3D Fuel whatever. You guys know what I mean. Yeah. Anyways, don't have to get into that much detail. Hello, Eclipse 3D. Okay, so next, so basically what he's doing here we go. So, you put that on there, which is, you got to pretend they fit like I pretended they fit. I'm good at pretending, trust me. Okay, and then that, and then you put the nut part on. Oh, I had the nut part on backwards. Of course I had the nut part on backwards. Okay, so the nut had the nut on backwards. I keep forgetting it's reverse thread too. Of course it's on backwards, so you got to go this way, and it's reverse thread, and it's this way. There we go, and that makes better sense because that's going to sit a little more friendly over on the side here. So when you're winding it, it just does all this stuff. Okay, there we go. So that's basically what I had the nut on backwards. So there we go. Welcome to the DeWitt 3D Canada Comedy Show. So this next one is pretty simple. This is where we're going to build the cranking handle. So we need a rotary twist grip axis, rotary twist handle grip, rotary twist knob, rotary twist main body hexagon, and just a small screw. Thanks for all the help for what kind of a freaking small screw I need. Anyways, that's okay. I have a few small screws, and I think I have a small screw loose. So here's the handle. I already pushed it in. I cheated. Here, I'll pull it out just so you can see that I had printed all the parts. Hang on. There. There's the handle. There's the rotary knob doomer thingy. This gets pushed in there like so. There's the grippy little rotary fingery thing, goes on here like so. Okay. There's a little cap that looks just like this. This little cap goes on the end of the handle like this. Now I need a little screw. I am thinking that one of these little M2 self-tapping screws might just work. I don't know. This is for one of the this is for another part, but this might just work. That's too big. And is this the right size hex key? It is. So let's see if I can get this to go through and work. We want the round side up. Let's see if I can get this to start. I think this will work. I don't want to crack the piece. That's my one fear. No, that's pretty tight. Now let's just see. Do I have a little drill bit here? I know I've got drill bits in some places. Where did I put my little wee drill bits, folks and folkettes? Or should I chance that I'm going to crack this piece? What do you think? You know, if I think I'm going to crack it, chances are I will crack it. But I might not. I'm going to take a chance. Oh, man. Now I got to find a little drill bit, which I think I might have put one. They're so tiny. Nope. They are so tiny. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. No drill bits in here. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, that's too tiny. And no drill bits in here. So, we have one more place. One more place to look. No. I know I have little drill bits somewhere. But hold the fort here, guys. I might have a tinier screw. Ooh. What is this one? Let's just see. Ooh, this one might be better. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Get in there. Oh, get in that hole. Get in it. Oh, that might just work. Okay, come on. Get in. Don't fight me. Come on. Get in there. Oh, we worked. Good. We found another solution while we were looking for another solution. That's why I like these toolkits. There we go. Then we have a handle. Look at that. Woo, woo. What are those things called when they have and it's got a little clacker and you go, you know. DeWitt 3D Canada sure loves screwing. It does. And this is so like spinny because it's got, anyways, I digress. This stream has just gone to the circus. So let's see what's next. Okay, I don't need to watch him put all this together because I just showed you what he's going to show. Oh, here we go. Here's the fun part. Now we get into some good stuff. So we need the big main thing. We need a main spool body. We need three by 8.5 millimeter washers. What? Let's see when he points to the washers, where he points to them. Main body. Okay, we have all those parts there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see that part there. Yeah, I see that part there. Okay. And yeah, I have that, and then two bearings. Yeah, okay, good. And a hammer. Well, yeah, tell me about a hammer. So we have that little part there. Okay, let's stop there. Okay, I don't know where the washers come in, but we'll see. We'll see. So we have this part here. That gear he's pointing to right there is this way. And, you know, anybody out there, is anybody out there a diver? Anybody out there ever dive, scuba dive? I'm just curious. Okay, so we need two bearings, which we have here. And then we need this long shaft that he pointed out in the end, had the little thing. Now, he printed his shafts this way down. I printed mine this way. And you're going to say, well, you shouldn't have done that, Tim, because layer adhesion with the are going to be, they are strong. I have a hard time breaking these. I printed one and tried to break it. I had to bend really hard to break it. So I printed them vertically. He printed his this way. I did it vertically, and they're strong, baby, strong. Okay, that one, and he has a short little one. Now, was that short little one, did it have gears or no? I don't know. No, I think that's this one here. And then he had this little guy here, this little side-to-side thing here. Okay, now if we continue on, ready? Now I'm going to show you why I think he's a dive instructor. See how he's doing that? He said, okay, you want your gears oriented that way. If he turns it around, he's going to go, no, 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 you don't do that. Dive instructors do that underwater when they show you how not to do something. They wave their finger and go, no. And then they turn it and show it the right way. And he goes, yeah, that's the right way. So I swear the guy was a dive instructor at one point in life. So we're going to put that long shaft in there, and he's going to hammer that long shaft in. Okay. So we've got this one. Oh, now I forget which way he wanted the gears oriented, of course, after all that talk. Okay, he wants them oriented so that the V's are pointing up, away from me. And now which way did he put that shaft in? He's got me all confused here now. Oh. Okay. So he took the shaft and he laid it on this way. Then he took the, this one's in the way. And he took this, and it's going to go in like this. And he hammered that in, but yeah, we're going to have to hammer that. Oh, I don't have to hammer that in. That went in on its own. And I can't get that out, which I think is a good thing. So we got that shaft, we got that in there. Okay. Let's continue watching this guy. This is pretty cool. I like instructions like this. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, we got that in. Yep, that's exactly what mine looks like, except mine looks a little cooler. Now we have the washer. One washer, 3 by 8.5 millimeters. Okay, 8.5 millimeters. Okay. So I got a whole slew of washers here that we printed. We need to find the 8.5 millimeter one. Let's see. 7.5. 7.5. Where is the... I don't see an 8.5. Do I have a 1 millimeter one? 3.1. 7.5. I printed all the possible washers. 7.5. And he says 3 millimeters. See, that doesn't make sense because that's 8 millimeters. I don't know where he's getting 3 millimeters from. Oh, 8.5, 3 millimeter. Oh, I get it. Okay, so I see where we're going. 3 millimeter. Okay, it's a 3 millimeter, 8.5 is the width. So we put the 3 millimeter washer on here. Okay, I understand. I'm slow, but eventually I get there, I promise. Then we're going to take a bearing and put it in the bottom part right there. So what I'm showing you, he's putting a bearing in right there. So we've taken one of these bearings and we're putting it in the bottom piece right here. It's going to squeeze in. Super tight. Well, we're going to do our... I know you're going to cringe, but we're going to do this. Let's just kind of... Oh, there we go. If we do a little bit at a time, there we go. So we get our bearing in there like so. So that's in the bottom on this one. Except the right ones. Okay. So we did that. So we got this bearing in there. His went in a little easier. Mine, I just needed a little assistance. We're going to stick that through the hole. Okay. Okay. Bring it down so I can see. Okay, so the V is towards me. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. Okay, so we're going to take this. This goes, oh, come on, washer. This goes through there. Like that. And just so it spins nicely, just like that. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Now, mine spins freer than yours does. Mine spins freer than yours. See, and he's saying, don't go the wrong way. Put it the right way. I swear he's a dive instructor. Now we're taking the little gear shaft thing. Okay. Make up your mind which orientation you want. And we're putting the gear shaft thing on one end and the other one with the other square doomer thingy boober bobber is going in the other end of the gear shaft thingadoober. Okay. And then I bet he's going to pinch that other, he's going to hammer it in. You watch. He's going to take a hammer to it. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, like that. And then I bet he's going to put the other bearing on the other end. Oh, no, the little bugger's taking a hammer to it. Come on, you wimp. Yeah, okay, I'll hammer mine then. I really need to get a cool looking hammer like that. Then he's going to put the other bearing on it. Okay, I've seen enough. So we have this. He then took this part, put this on the end here, like so. Mine seemed to go in a lot easier than his. Then he took this part, and he put it in on the end like this, like so. Then he took the other bearing, and he bared the bearing into the bearing hole. So we'll do this. I have a barking dog upstairs. I think there's somebody at the door, and he pushed this bearing in. Now I'm going to use my little bearing aid tool here again, very gently, because I don't want to damage a bearing. There we go. There we go. And we got the bearing in, and this part is not in the bearing. Oh, it's in the bearing, but it's not holding it in very tight. But actually, then we're turning. We seem to be turning smoothly. Although this does come out of the bearing. Mind you, I don't think that's meant to fit super tight into the bearing. Okay, so that is in there just like that. Like so that when you turn this, the whole rod turns like that. I think what'll happen is once we get the other gears in place, it'll hold this from pulling out of the bearing on this side. Okay, not much chat going on. I'm probably putting everybody to sleep. That's okay. This is just a winging it stream. So he pushes that in, yada, yada, yada. Oh yeah, take your hammer to it, buddy. Hammer that bearing. There we go. Listen to me. And it turns. Look at that. Okay, cool. And a hammer and possibly pliers. See? That's why I have my pliers. Okay, so we're going to take a 3mm spacer, 50 gear tooth. What's that? Oh, the tiny little piece. Okay. And a 608 ball bearing. Okay, and another ring. Okay, so we need one of these. This tiny little piece here. A 3mm spacer right here, and a bearing, and a 608 bearing. Okay, let's have a look. Make sure the gears are that way. Yeah, and the gears on this one go the opposite way, of course, because that's the only way they'll mesh. Now he's going to turn it around and say, if you turn it around the other way, it's going to be wrong. You watch. Watch, watch. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Okay, I see what he's doing. Okay, so he had it on there, the V facing down, and then he turned it to the right. Okay. So he had it on here with the V facing down, and he turned it to the right. And then he's going to hammer this little guy in here. Oh, this one is a little tighter fit. So we're actually going to hammer this one. There we go. There we go. We hammered this. And I don't even need to show you the video because I'm sure what he's going to do now is push this one in up here, mesh it with this gear, and put the other ball bearing in there. I promise you that's what he's going to do. Oh, with the washer and the bearing. Yep. So basically he's doing what I thought he was going to do, just like that. Okay. So we take this, we put it in here, lock that gear into place, and we push this bearing down. And we push that into place. So this, oh, look at that. Look at how that turns. Look at that. That is mesmerizing. But he hammered it a bit. He hammered it a bit. There we do. There we go. Look at that. I've never built anything kind of like with these kind of gears before, so this is kind of fun for me. You have about 30 of those bearings. You've had them for about 6 years. Remnants of homemade CNC. Cool. Okay. I missed the last part. I forgot to pause the video. Okay, so look, he's hammering again. You missed it. Oh, look, he was hammering again. Look. Taking a hammer. What do those poor bearings ever do to him? Okay, let's just, because he did it, let's turn it over on its side, make sure they're there, and we'll just, oh, see, he put it off the edge. There we go. We hammered the bearings. It's even smoother after you hammer it. I can see why he hammers it. Okay. Yep, that's exactly how mine works. Okay. It's exactly how it works. Oh, okay, now we need other parts. 2 washers, 3 millimeters. Okay, now I'm getting really choked because I don't have any of those washers left. I printed everything they said on the print plate. I got to print some more washers. Man. Well, let's just watch it anyways for a second. You're waiting for the finger shake. Yeah, me too, David. Now, do I have that piece? Thankfully, I have that piece. I can print a couple washers in a heartbeat here. How long is left on this print for the... we have 28 minutes left on this print, and then I'll print a few washers off real quick. So we're putting... I can do this part anyways. I can snap a bearing into there. And is he going to snap a bearing into the other side yet? Okay, so no, so I can cheat. I can go ahead and I can put one of the bearings in here. Right there. I can go. So what he wants is this next wheel for the gears to go the opposite way so that that'll turn, so that these will turn this wheel. If you put them this way, because that won't mesh. This way, I'm actually seriously impressed how smooth those mesh. Like that is impressively smooth. But I need some more washers before I go too much further. I want to see if he does the finger shake. So you want it the same as the bottom gear so they mesh exactly. So he's going to put, yeah, a washer, which I don't have. He's putting it in there. Yeah, and he's putting that underneath there. And he's going to put the axle through with the notch, and he's going to tap it in. He's going to bring that hammer out again. You watch. Yep. I don't have a hammer as cool as that one. And then he's going to put the other washer on. Yep. And then he's going to put the bearing on. Okay, so I need to, for some reason, I swear I printed all the washers and all the plates, because he had plates for the Bamboo. So you print this plate, print that plate. But obviously that plate didn't have enough washers on it. So we're going to wait for now until this other thing's done. But I'm excited about this, because I think what happens next is the handle is going to attach to this one, because here's the handle, and I will bet my right nut that handle is going to attach to this, and this is going to turn, and then this gear is going to attach here. Yeah, and when you turn this handle this way, it's going to turn this gear this way, and it's going to wind the filament or the other way. Okay, that is very cool. Okay, anyways, I'm liking it so far. I've honestly never built anything with gears like this before. So I hope this works. At least he's more consistent with the hammer than the finger shake. He is. He is, Dave. No, I didn't. No, didn't have a printer. Then it's a 2417i built about 8 years ago. Had a major screw up and blew the drivers on the board. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna see what happens next, because maybe I can skip this step and get down to the part down here. We'll come back to this step. So here. So there's where we're at when we get this. And I know, and I just showed you this. See, you put this on, and that all should turn nicely, just like that, which it did. Well, mind you, it didn't turn smoothly because I don't have that one gear in place. Okay, so we'll skip to that. That looks good. Well, we got thumbs up there. Good. So here we go. Oh, see, now I still need more of those washers. A 4.1 washer and a 2 washer and a 7.6. I am missing a few washers here, guys. Because I have... There's the 7.5, which is probably a 7.6. And then I have a little thin one here, which is a 2 millimeter. I don't have a 4.1, and I'm missing some 3s. Oi, oi, oi. I swear I printed all the parts that he said to print. In the meantime, let's go look for those parts. Let's go ahead and get the we'll go ahead and we'll open up the slicer, and we'll get ready to print those parts. I'll just print them in, I don't know, black PLA or something. That doesn't matter to me what color they come in. Okay. Let's look at his list of parts download, and then where are the washers that he talks about? 2 millimeter washer, yeah, 3 millimeter washer, so we'll download that one. 4.1 millimeter washer. Oh, I better, jeez. I'm telling you. And I don't see the proper disc insert for the Bamboo here. Spool centering disc for Bamboo Lab spools. Okay. 55 millimeters, it says. Okay, well, we downloaded those few parts. Fortunately, we have a quick printer. So let's see, what is the diameter keep forgetting it's reverse thread. Let's pop this part out. This part out. Did I see Tripod? Hey, Tripod, how are you, sir? Tell your daughter I am very sorry. I am getting to her stuff, I promise. And tell her I'm sorry for taking so long, but it will be reflected in the discount I give her. These are 52 millimeter inside here. 52.8, 52, let's call it 53. And what size did it say? It said 55. So it's definitely 50. There's a 50 millimeter. I'm going to download that one just in case. Because the one I printed, which is here, is that's a 55. And so they say 55 millimeter insert for the bamboo spools. This bamboo spool is 53. So there's no way on this good earth that is going to fit into a bamboo spool unless it's one of the I don't know which other spool it would be, because these are the only spools I got from bamboo. So I'm gonna have to do the 50 insert to fit inside that one. Okay, I did print the right piece. See, I thought I was losing my mind. They told her Canadians are a little slow. We're the 30% slower. Thanks, John. That's okay. Hey, Mike, how are you, sir? If you popped in and I didn't see and didn't say hi, it's a Canadian thing. Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm really sorry. So I can't go much further till I print some of those spacers, but we're looking good so far. I mean, so far it's coming together the way it should. Okay, I'm curious to see. So the beauty of this thing is it's going to have this thing that goes back and forth, which allows the filament on the spool to go back and forth, so it's not just clumping up in the middle. This is going to be as good as the Prusa spooling system when this is done. You watch. Because this is going to go somewhere like here, and then this is going to go, this gear is going to go somewhere like, this gear is going to go somewhere like in here, and it's going to go boom, 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 boom. And it's going to, and I hope I printed all the parts. This is embarrassing when I don't have all the proper parts printed, but, or this, oh, this goes in here like this. I see, and then this is going to slide back and forth based on the gear ratio driven by the camshaft of the 0.04 perimeter dongle bop finger. And I think this is going to sit up in here somewhere. And this will go back and forth as you turn this, because this thing down below is going to have a gear that's going to have a concentric off-centering concentrical, which is going to cause this to basically go like on a concentrical thread, reverse psychosis threading thing. If only I had a second bamboo. It's at the office. It's like half-hour drive away. I have another printer. I just don't want to start it on, well, I'm kind of tied up with printers. I don't want to start it on say this, because number one, the tap isn't working. And then I have the 0.1 I guess I could fire up, but the bamboo's almost done. It's got another 18 minutes. Could I get a 01 set up on my desk and get a part started to print in 18 minutes or less? Can he do it? What are all these other little shafty pieces for? Are these all the same? No, these are a little different. Okay, each one of these is different. I got to make sure I use the proper shaft for the proper job. Guys, don't go there. And then this is a plain shaft. These other shafts have ribs in them, or like little nibby things. I can't believe I'm saying this stuff on the stream out loud. There we go. I think these three are the same. They have the same little nibby ribby things in them. Yeah, they are. Okay. I need a drink of water. Are you working on the Trident tonight too? Probably not. Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe replace the clicky once this piece finishes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what my time's like. I'm going to go 2 hours again this week, 6:30, 7. Well, maybe go to 7:30. But it's been a week for things going wrong with my printers. So anyways, and this piece printed vertical orientation too, like this, and it's super strong. So this is really nice. This Jessie PLA prints just so nice. Even though this stream and channel are sponsored by Polymaker, but yeah, this is some Jessie PLA I had. $5. Thank you so much. Shaft and Bearings Fund. Thanks, Tripod. Appreciate that. You know what I haven't done in a while? You know what I haven't done in a while on this stream when somebody does that super chat for me? I haven't done this.
Super chat.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. What happened to the tap? Well, I keep getting errors on the tap. Last evening, I discovered that the tap, that the whole head was loose, like horizontally loose. So I took it all apart. The bolts holding in the linear rail had all vibrated loose or something from being tapped. So I blew Loctited those, put them back in. I think from the wobbling, and I didn't even notice it till last night, I think from that wobbling I might have loosened or damaged some of the plastic. I don't know. But now I keep getting an error saying that the Z is already triggered. It's a false triggering error, even though the light is on and it's not off, because when it's triggered, the light goes off. When it's not triggered, the light goes on, or vice versa, whatever. I keep getting an error in Clipper saying it's already been triggered, or it's a false triggering error. So I'm just going to rebuild the whole thing, rewire it, and be done with it. So finish him. Aren't those the spacers there by the mouse? Oh, these here? These are the spacers, but they're too big. These are your 7-something millimeter spacers. And they're looking for 3 millimeter spacers and a 4 millimeter. This is a 7.5 millimeter spacer. This is a 1 millimeter. No, this is a 2. That's a 2 millimeter spacer. Thank you for saying that, because I'm going to open Bamboo Lab. Talk amongst yourself for a minute. I'm going to open. I'm using the software now called. It's an update to Soft Fever, and it's called blah blah blah. It's called Orca Slicer, which is basically Bamboo Lab. You guys know what I mean. Where is the pieces I just downloaded? There we are. Washer 3 millimeter. And washer 4.1. I'm going to need that. And washer 2. Why not? Let's just print that. Oh, why is it the one washer imports in the Bamboo standing on its side? That's a lot of good that'll do. There we go. So let's take the 3 millimeter, which I think is that one, and let's clone it 3 times. And we'll clone that one 2 times. And we'll clone that one. Come on. Clone that one 2 times, and then we'll arrange them on the bed. We'll tell it we want 4 perimeters and we want 100% infill on a washer. I mean, come on, what else would you do? And that we're going to print it in Bamboo PLA Basic, duh. And then we'll preview it, and it's going to take a whopping 6 minutes and 9 seconds to print. Holy cow, can we wait that long? Six minutes and 9 seconds. I don't know. I've got extras going. Did I check to see if the MB can see the tap trigger? Yours failed with the LED functioning, but no trigger on the main board. Oh. The LED was functioning, but no triggering on them. I never even checked that to see. But I shall. Let me just open this video up again to see where I was at. Oh, I don't want to start the video over again. Fortunately, he's got chapters. Do-do-do. Okay, and we were at this chapter right here. And let's just pause. Okay, there we are. There's where we left off. All the pieces for your gaming table. You backed on Kickstarter. The P1P is a beast. It is. I think I know the gaming table you're talking about. That looks pretty cool. Is that modular gaming table where you can print whatever size you want and then they have different add-ons and stuff, Chris? That looks really cool. That looks very cool. We have 10 minutes left on here. How are these parts looking? Let's see. Oh, they're looking good. Oh, let me see if I can adorn you with printing them in red because it's the only ABS that I could find that would fit in the bamboo right now. Oh, here. Oh, look at how that glows. Yes, it's ABS without an enclosure. Yes, it's fine. As long as I don't go too tall, we are fine. ASA is a little trickier. ASA is not as easy to print on without an enclosure as ABS. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see that. I saw that gaming table on Kickstarter. It looks so cool. I'll be excited to see how yours turns out. Look at that. It's almost like it's a glowing red tap body. 9 minutes left. Oh, come on. This thing is annoying me. Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll get back to this build momentarily. I just have to print a couple washers. It won't take long. And I have a few screws loose. I'll admit. Good thing I have a lot of, I have all these bearings are from the droid builds. I'd need 3 bearings of something, so I'd order 40 of them or something like that. So I got motors, I got bearings, I got servos, I got stuff. I could build a droid army with what I got, I suppose. So this has got a few minutes left in it, then we're good to go. Quality of the prints on the P1P is incredible. You posted pics on Twitter. I'll have to look that up, Chris, for sure. P1P quality prints. Well, I'll give you an idea. These parts, these were printed. It's white, but that just happens to be what I chose for this. But these are P1P prints. I don't know if you can. I mean, there's the bottom. You'd be hard pressed to find layer lines on the side of this thing. I'll get close. But these are off the P1P. So that's off the P1P. Everything I'm printing here, this whole thing is off the P1P. There's some Jesse Blue PLA that came off the P1P. Part of this print here. Okay, and these are all off the P1P. Got the seam line just up in one spot there, but these are all off the P1P, as is this. Like, you don't get much better than that. That's a little bit sloppy. No, it's not sloppy. That's just the overhang right there. But I mean, the tolerance, the clearance and everything on this is just like, look at that. No cleanup at all. It's great. Yep. It's mind-boggling, to be honest with you. So what else do I have here? That, I mean, again, all these gears, these are all done in the P1P. So they are clean as a cat's butt. And yeah, and again, like all these, just there's another sample of P1P, print in place dragon, or dinosaur, sorry. Yeah, I don't regret them at all. They work great, and when you add the AMS to it, holy crap. Prints like a Core XY, you'd think, right, David? Yeah, prints just like a Core XY. I've even done some, I don't know if I have any handy, I've even done some ABS parts, well, which is what I'm running now, and I've done some various ABS parts on the P1P. This was one that, ABS part that actually warped. My fault, I didn't clean my bed. But there's a ABS part that was run on the P1P. And I don't have an enclosure on this one yet. But I mean, it's good. It's really good. On par with your M Mark IIIs, but twice the speed. Yeah. Agreed. Okay, we have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. Let's see. These little parts, I can pop these two parts off. No, I don't want to. I have a bad habit of popping a part off the bed while it's still printing. I've been burned once or twice that way, literally and figuratively. So, yeah, there's another nice P1P part right there. It's part of this little device we're building right now. So I'd love to get the X1 carbon eventually, but I can enclose my P1P. I could put a hardened steel nozzle on it, and I can probably live without the LiDAR. I think that would be okay. Looks like a RatRig part. Oh, this first one was a RatRig part. That's one of the parts that's printing right now over on the 2.4. Now, this was just a test to see how ABS printed on the P1P, but got to clean your bed and put a little bit of bed adhesion. But it is a tall part. And as I say, the P1P without the enclosure printed the ABS pretty good on shorter parts, like what's printing right now with the tap parts. So on the shorter parts, we're fine. When it gets taller, I think that's when it, yeah. They do have big, beefy motor mounts, don't they? And here's the ones that are printing now. They're printing in brown, right there, on the 2.4. Those are the motor mounts there. Printing in chocolate. I'm going to eat them when they're done. They're slow. It's a long print, but it's a lot of infill. But you want these parts to be strong. They're holding the motors. The LiDAR is good, but you found the calibration prints that come with the oscular fork seem to give you better results. Okay. The Orca Slicer fork. Oh, really? Okay, cool. That's the version I'm using right now. Orca Slicer fork. Orca Slicer. Where do they come up with these names? I think that's kind of cool. Orca Slicer. Sounds like you're slicing a whale. Then you're taking your fork and eating them. So for those of you that just joined us that are interested in resin, I don't have a resin printer, but check this out. No supports, some detail inside, and if you print resin, I think you would agree that this is freaking impressive. Look at the detail on the inside of that thing there. The textures. Look at that. That is something else. And then they have some text up top. That's pretty cool. And then you have your, it was right in front of me. I swear it was right in front of me. Right here. Then you have your flexible version with the resin. And there's a little hand inside there. You can actually pull that hand right out. And that was done apparently with no support inside there. That is cool. Anyways, just showing it off. I don't do resin, but that's just a sample I got. It's pretty cool. You have a resin printer and wash cure station. Cool. Yeah, that came from a company called, it was just a sample they sent from a company called Nexa 3D. I couldn't afford their printers if I sold my car. They're probably more costly than, yeah, they're expensive. Okay, we have 1 minute left on the bamboo. Then we're going to, before the bed even has a chance to cool down, we're going to fire up the those things. Flexible resin is pretty wild. Yeah, no kidding. Time to sleep. Jose Ferreira, thank you very much for being here, man. I appreciate it. As always, you sleep well, and we'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I honestly didn't know you get resin and flexibles, but you can look at that. The hand, and look at the details in that hand when you pull that down. Like, and it's strong. So, anyways, and it smells like, almost smells like candy. It's weird, but yeah, pretty cool. I never knew. I would never think you could get resin the quality of this detail. Like, holy crap! The hand is creepy. Yeah, I know. Woo. Hi, nice to meet you. High five. Yeah, I know. Way too much time on my hands. Too much time on my hands. Too much time on my hands. Oh, there goes my monetization. Too much time on my... Does it taste like candy? No, I didn't try it. Okay. Okay, bamboo finish. Bamboo finish. ABS, red. Parts look great. Let's do the express cool off by putting them on the cold bench. Let's put the plate back on real quick, and let's go ahead and send those washers over right now. We'll continue this little bit of a build here. So let's go ahead and print plate and send. And I think I'll be forgiven for having black washers with the rest of the ones that are blue. And the plate we're downloading the 3MF. We are downloading the 3MF. Oh, you can't even see the printer from there. We are downloading the 3MF. This is a weird camera, isn't it? And we're starting the print. The bed's actually got to cool down. It was at 90 degrees. Okay, so these little tap parts look phenomenal. Why do I think... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, why does this look weird? Okay, this is purposely removable support that goes in there. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. So this was a little piece of support that printed in there that we take out. There's the back side of the tap here, just to show you how that printed this ABS. There we go. And there's the sides. There's the other side, and there's the front. This looks different. They've really changed this or something. It looks a lot different. Anyways. And then there's the other piece. Looks good. Are these temporary supports right there? They are. There's a support there and a support right there that break off. Resin printers are more for people that are printing models like the D&D. Yeah, oh, exactly. Yeah. 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 What layer height were these done at? These were done at 0.2. Or are you talking about the resin prints? These were 0.2. And then there's the, is that another temporary support? It is. Temporary support on that one. I find sometimes when I break supports off, I get this white coating on the filament. But if I just give it a quick blast, all the white goes away. And I do find that nanopolymer adhesive does sometimes leave a bit of a white film on the bottom of the parts, but a little quick shot with the torch and all that white goes away. Just got to make sure your fingers are out of the way. And then there's the, that's the PCB version for the tap, the piece that holds the PCB. I wonder if this would, ooh, look at that. Look at that view. Melt my camera. Nah, I wouldn't do that. And these are little magnet holders. Get the bottoms of these cleaned off a bit. There we go. No people were harmed in the making of this live stream. Heat does fix everything. These prints look good, don't they, poor boy? I mean, and that's ABS on the Voron without an enclosure. On the Voron. ABS on the bamboo with no enclosure. Just works. I'm going to eventually maybe put some sides on it and stuff, and the ambient temperature down here is pretty darn cold. So we're printing the, it's funny, the actual print on this, and the funny thing is with these little washers, it's 5 minutes and 48 seconds prepare time, 6 minutes and 9 seconds print time. It is what it is. And that's just because the number one right now, it's purging my filament and it's putting in my new filament. That's part of the prepare time. And then also what it's going to do is it's going to do the bed mesh. Here, let's go over this one. It's going to do the bed mesh, which is part of the prepare time. So it's 5 minutes to prepare it, 6 minutes to print it. So now I've heard some people knock that about the bamboo, that's saying it's got such a long, takes a while to get the actual print going. So do the Vorons, okay? My Vorons go through a quad gantry level. This one over here goes through a quad gantry level, then it goes through a bed mesh every print because I want it to. You don't have to. I can change that start G code, but I want to do the mesh and the level so that I know my first layers are perfect, and they are perfect every time. So if I go like this and then like this, you guys on this camera, it's a little better. Little GoPro camera, in other words, this one here, it's kind of freaky because you can see up my nose. I don't like people seeing up my nose necessarily. So we have the tap parts printed, so we can, while I'm waiting for those parts, see, I can multitask here. So while I'm waiting for those parts, I can actually start ripping this hot end apart. And watch this. For you guys, here, I'm going to overhead camera this one because this is cool. For anybody that's building Vorons, you got your Vorons to start pretty fast with tap. With clicky, things took a couple of minutes. Yeah, propaganda. There we go. For you guys building Vorons, not that I have to tell you this, but it's really cool. Whoops. Come on, zoom out, zoom out. Overhead camera, zoom out. I want to take the top off because it's easier to get at the hot end and everything. So use these quick release clips. Look, instead of all those screws, look at that. Top lid's off. Just like that. Same with the side. Same with the sides. Same with the sides. Anyways, just me saying, yeah, use those clips. Those quick release clips are incredible. So while we're waiting for the bamboo to finish those little washers, let's pop this away. Let's pop this head off. I can't tell you how many times I've taken this head apart. I can, but you wouldn't believe me. As long as it spits out a usable print. Poor boy channel, exactly. Exactly. That's why I don't see a reason. Yeah, I can turn I can turn the bamboo. I can print it at what's it called? Ridiculous speed or whatever it's called. But why? I can run a 5-minute benchy I can speed up a printer to run a 5-minute benchy, but why? Well, maybe I can't, but why? You know. I've seen a 5-minute benchy. They're not pretty. Okay, I gotta fix this PCB while I have this apart. So there's the stealth burner head. I'm gonna pop open my door here. Okay, bamboo's about to start printing. 6 minutes, we'll have washers. Did I take the filament out before I did? No, of course I didn't remove the filament. Not an idiot. That's okay. I've done that before. I always forget to take filament out before I take a printhead apart. So all I do in that case is I just cut it off up here a little bit, and I'll just pull the filament out. No big deal. When I pull it out, it'll just pop out with the hot end here. Unplug our cartridge, unplug our thermostat, and there's our hot end right here. There's our hot end with filament stuck in it still. That's okay though. Woohoo! Cool. Team FDM. Where do you find what? Quick release. Team F. Just look for Voron quick release, Voron panel quick release clips. You'll find them. Comes in a whole bunch of different thicknesses. I use a 3.5s for the sides or for the tops, or I think I use 3.5 for all of them. Doesn't matter. Yeah, but you will just Google that. You'll find them. I'd put a link down below, but I'm not that nice. No, I'm just kidding. I need to grab my stool. I got my little cheap step stool because these printers are high up. I don't want to hit my head on this light like I did earlier. And we're going to pop off here. Let's go back to this guy. We're just going to pop off these quick release plugs here from the gang of wires. There we go. Just imagine, see all these wires that are coming into this thing right here? It's going to be, it can be replaced with that BTT kit I got with 2 wires or 4 wires or something a whole lot less. And we'll get the drag chain off here. Try not to lose any screws. Part of the problem, I think, with this tap that I'm having, I think it might be with my wiring with this plug that I made up for it. So I don't know, but I figure what the heck, if I'm taking it apart, I'm taking it apart. So ask anybody who knows me or who's known me for a while, who's been following me from the beginning. A couple of years ago, I would not have been comfortable doing this sort of stuff, let alone live. But you just get comfortable with it after a while, I guess. Come on, are you not fully out? But now I've just learned so much thanks to this whole great community. You're all amazing. The fact that everybody helps everybody. There we go. There's our let's go back to this, and back to this. There is our extruder. There's our Clockwork 2 right here. I rebuilt this whole thing earlier today just because. These parts, just for everybody's knowledge, this whole assembly here was all done on the bamboo, on the P1P. Yeah. Yeah, it does that good a job. Okay, so now, oops, or maybe if I go back to this one, and if I zoom in with number 4, no, I'm sorry about that. Number 3, no, number 2. Zoom in with number 2. There we go. Here's the tap. So we have to take off this top plate. We're going to replace everything in here. Come on, washer. Oh, I put Loctite on these too. So they're a little bit snug. That's why they're so snug. And I know we don't put Loctite against plastic, but these are going into heat insets, the brass heat insets. So we're all good with this. Now, the one thing I've got to be cautious of is I don't want to have to rerun my belts. I shouldn't have to. I want to get this last washer off of here. There we go. Just don't want to lose that washer. 22 watching and 30 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. I've lost a lot of people watching just because it's not the most exciting stream going. So there we go. So I think my wiring could leave a little bit to be desired too here, but we'll fix all that up. But the whole overall piece here, I like the quality of what I just printed better than the quality that I printed on this one. So we'll fix that up. And then there's the plug coming into the tap. We're going to look at that. We're going to get our little rail off here. So I have the cheat piece, which I happen to have right here. So this will allow us to slide it up and keep all our balls in place on that little linear rail thing. Sounds like our washers are finished printing. That was pretty quick. And then we'll come back to that. Okay. So here's our quick bamboo print of washers for this build we were just doing. So let's get a little bit more of this done. Oh, thanks so much, Stephen. Appreciate that. I try to keep my streams nice and light, and I'm not as interesting as some of those other big guys that stream, like the big streamers, the big channels. But hey, if people can relax, watch me, learn what to do, learn what not to do, hey, then I'm happy. There we go. There's all our washers. Let's get that back on. So for little quick prints like this, the bamboo is great to have on a live stream for doing little quick little prints. There we go. Let's get this back down here to where we were before. Okay, now we left off needing 2 of the 3mm washers, which are these ones here. There's the 4. There we go. So we needed to put this on its side like this. Let me just ensure. I'll show you where we left off, right here. So we went down on our side. Oh, I see. He put it under a table like that. Oh, that makes sense. Under the bench, we got our 3mm washer. We're stacking the gear on top in the right orientation, and then we're going to pound that little thing in and put the other washer on and pound that other little thing in. Okay. The V0 needs some love too. It does, Zen. Yes, and I've got to get my other second little 01 going. So he put this under here like this. He put a little 3mm washer in there. Okay. Then he put the gear in the right orientation, which is that way, like this. Okay. Sort of make sure it's locked in like that. Then he takes, let me make sure I get the right piece here. Not that one. I believe it was this one. This goes down in here. And we had to hammer this a little bit. Are we in the washer? There we are. Oh, come on. Think we got it? We did. We got it. And then you put another washer on. Make sure I get the right one, the 3mm. Did I do the right one on that one? I think I did. Oh, man. 3mm. Yep, that was the right one. Down on there. And then we put another bearing on top of this one. And we push the bearing in, but that's just gotta, let me just make sure, because that's exactly what he did. And in the meantime, and in between time, while I'm watching that, I'll zoom you guys in a little bit to show you what I'm doing. There you go. Those Canadian hammers are different. Hey, Jack Black. So yeah, we pushed that thing in. He used the hammer to hammer that in, then he put the spacer and then pushed the bearing in. Okay, so I need to get this bearing pushed in. I need to figure out, that bearing just needs a little bit of help to go in there. So that is where I can use a spanner thingamadoobr. Now, somebody gave me this tip the other day, which is really cool, to grab a socket that would just go around there, but not something that's going to damage the outer ring of the bearing. Maybe this one there. And that would just push. No, that's too big, too small. That I could tap to get that bearing tap down. Okay, we're almost there. Let's see. Oh, that other bearing's pushing back through. Okay, so I just need to get this other bearing pushed in there. Little better. Now this is just a little, it's just a tight fit for this bearing is all. Okay, so if I do this, and that won't work anymore because I've bottomed out on that. So let's spanner thingamadoobr. Yeah, spanner thingamadoobr. A heat gun. No, I don't want to heat that. I don't want to cause deformation. But let's just see. Oh, how about another bearing? And then how about one more bearing? And then we just do a little tap. And try and get that other bearing off. Like that. Oh, that worked. Okay. So we do that, and then maybe one more bearing. That pretty much did it. Look. And then what'll happen when you put this cranky handle on, it will turn everything. Look at that. Or you can put the drill adapter on there. But we don't want the cranky handle on there quite yet. Come on, cranky handle, get off. Please. Although I guess it doesn't hurt if it stays. It goes there eventually. So, okay, well, we'll just leave that on there. since I kind of pushed it on and it's kind of stuck on there, we'll just leave it there for now. But this seems to have done the job. Now he twisted his and his flowed a little smoother, but that's okay. This will eventually wear itself in. Okay. So bearings, hammering bearings, hammering bearings. Look at that. Let's put the hammer aside for now. Okay, and then, yeah, see, his is going a little bit more smoother than mine went, because if you look at the way he turns his, although mine still turns nicely. I'm not worried about that. Okay, now what's he going to do? Yeah, I know. You put that on there, of course, and the whole thing's going to turn. Yeah, exactly. So, well, he's showing off now. I don't have mine all set to do that yet, so. Yep, cool. Thumbs up. So we need a 7.6, a 4.1, and a 2. Okay, so let's get what we need. We need the 7.6, which was these big ones. A 4.1, which I believe is this one here. Yep, and a 2, which I believe was, that's a 3. Is this a 2? That's a 2. So we need these 3. We need this gear here. This guy here. This gear right there. And it looks like we need, what's that? 2 bearings. Okay, and what's this other shaft? Is it, he's going to pick it up and show us what this is. I want to know if this has a little nubby on it or if it's just a smooth shaft. Yep. Okay, so we turn it upside down. We're going to put a bearing in the bottom of the thing. Okay, then we're going to turn it right way up. And we're going to put the middle washer, the 4mm washer, 4.1, in the hole. And we're going to put the bearing on top of that and push it in. Okay, let's pause that and come into this. Okay, herringbone. Oh, the herringbone gears. Yeah, they're so cool. I mean, they're really cool. They're smooth. So we put a bearing in the bottom hole. Okay, that went in nice and easy. Then we put the 4mm, which was the middle one, in there. Oh, it just fits nice. And then we put the other bearing right in there. Oh, that just, look at that fit. These bamboo prints, I swear to you, man, these P1P prints. I think, no, I've heard them called herringbone as well. So, okay, so we got those in. Now we're going to take the shaft. Now, is this the smooth shaft? I can't see. Move. So that other thing points up and the shaft just sits right in the bearings. Okay, and then we put the smaller washer over top of the shaft. Then we're going to take that gear and push it down over top. Okay. So we take the shaft, which is the smooth one. We make sure that the gear portion is up. We push it in through the bearings like so. Then we take the small washer, we put it on. Then we take the gear and we put this down and on like this. Okay, and that's got to mesh with these things here, obviously. So let's see, does he end up hammering it, or just, oh, he just kind of forces it on. Okay, so I'm going to try and force it on without breaking it. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, look, it's working. So if I turn the shaft now, you can see that gear, it's turning at a slower ratio, of course. So it's working. Yay! I was doing it myself. Okay, so I think that's all down flat. Everything's on there the way it should be. Okay. So far, we're doing so good. Other than I'm missing a few parts yet. But hey, let's just see how this takes us. And we got another 20 minutes. So here we go. Okay, hang on. What did he just do? I missed something. So he's turning it. Okay, and he's Yeah, he's turning it just like I did. Then you took the other washer and you put the other washer on top of that piece. Okay, so let's do that. We'll put that other washer on top. Okay, next chapter. Oh, this is where it gets really funky. Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did this part come from? And what's this white long thing? Okay. Okay, I'm missing a part again. My goodness, what's going on with this? And how come he's fancy with two colors? That part I don't have. What is that long white part? Okay, I have that part. I have that part. Okay, so I have, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm not a liar, guys. I have two of those parts. Did they fall? There's the blue, there's the one. Where's that other little white tray thing? I swear it was right here. Did I knock it off? I'm losing my mind. Oh, okay. Let's just look for it. It's here. I promise you, it's here somewhere. Oh, right there. Aha, I found it. I have a red one. I could be really different and use a red one. Or I could just use white and keep the color consistency going. Let's just use the white one. And then he had this one in here. So this is what's going to make it go side by side. But I'm obviously missing. So this one here is the side by sidey thing. And then this is the white tray. And I'm obviously missing. And I think that's what this gear here does. So that when you turn this, oops. Obviously, hang on. Obviously, I got this thing meshing wrong. Maybe this meshes like this. Let's see. No. Oh yeah, then it should come back. Then it should, hang on, it should go there. And then it should come back. Let's see. Hey, Steve Builds. So that should go over. It'll keep turning and it'll eventually come and it'll grab and then it'll go back. Okay, it's brilliant. Look at that. Okay, watch that blue thing. It goes over. Oh, and it jams up on that side. But if I go this way, oh, see, something jams it up. It's just called DeWitt. If I come back and I go over, see, it's jamming. I'm probably missing that piece or something. Okay, if I go like this, it goes over, and then we jam up a bit. Okay, so we obviously have ourselves a little problem. Okay, we're going to come back. We're going that way, and we jam up. Okay. But if I'm at the end here, come on, get in there. I think the reasoning is, and then we come back this way. Let's see if I got the, I'm sure it's just a matter of how that gear is being positioned in there. Oh no, then we jammed up there because it's got one tooth too many there. Whereas if I went over, if I go over, come on, get on there, get on the shaft. Get on the shaft. There we go. And if I go like this, and then it'll, oh, no, okay. Let's just look. Let's just look. This is just too much fun. Nah, okay. I best follow instructions, right? Anyways, you kind of get the idea what it's supposed to do. Maybe we should check the instructions instead of just trying to guess through. Try. Oh, come on, Kit. Why isn't it? It's just the fun. That's the fun part of it, to see if I could get it. Ah, see, Fabian says supposed to barely slip by on that last one. Anyways, let's watch his video. Okay, yeah, spoil my fun. Okay, we got that part. We're going to put the gear now. Here's where we're going to learn where the gear goes. Go towards the very end. Okay, I'm watching. I'm watching. He's putting it in the very end one on the top. Over to the far right. Kind of just sort of, yeah. Okay, now let's pause that right there. Okay, so we got that in position right there and right there. Okay. Okay, so he had this over to the far side. Okay, kind of like that. And then we had this. So we're just catching on the outside of the top there. Oh, so I got to turn this handle so this squarey thing turns. So he's got the first, the bottom. So he has it sort of like that right there. If we look at the video, if we come back just a step on the video, right, where did he bring it up? Really close to here. Okay. Oops. Let's go back to this stage here. Right there. So he has it right there. Okay, which is kind of where I have it. Right there. So he'll push it in. So the top gear is just sort of on the outside and the bottom one is engaged. Okay. Then what does he do? Then he hammers it in. Him and that hammer. This is the piece I don't have. And what is that he's using? A PTFE tube. Okay. Oh, well, that's okay. That's not a big deal. Okay. Again. So it does seem to jam up a bit there, doesn't it? So let's see if I go this way. Yeah, it does seem to jam up a little bit. That could be a matter of doing a little bit of gear cleanup here. Yeah, it just catches that last gear on the last little bit there. Whereas if I turn this little bit and let it not catch that last gear, then it goes back. Let's see what happens on this side. And it just catches that last gear again. It's almost like, and he's even got little cutouts of the gears here so it doesn't catch the last gear, but it's almost like it's just still catching that last gear. Yeah, so there we go. And then you go, and then it's supposed to come back. So I wonder if, so I'm not the only one having that problem totally. Rotate the piece 180. So you're thinking maybe rotate this piece around 180. Let's have a look. Let's get this piece here oriented correctly. A little bit more. Okay, a little bit this way, and then we lock it in where he had it right about there. So there, now if we turn, no, it's still, no, we're still not engaging here. So there's definitely, so when it's at this end, and this is turning that way, So when we start at this end, that should come in like that. No, okay. Anyways, I still need to print that other part. I will look into this and see if anybody else has had issues with this, but based on that, I kind of see, oh, turn the blue piece. Oh, I see what you're saying, the blue piece. So you're saying the blue piece turning it this way. Okay, let's just see. Let's just see. It looks like it's the same both ways, but you never know. So let's get this lined up in the end like he had it, which is right about there, but this crank has got to come back just to there. So there's where he had it. Now if we turn, no, it seems to catch right on this end piece. If I give it a little assistance right there, now if I turn it, there we go. See, that worked. So that's going back now. Now we get to this end, and it's just right here. It's catching on this end piece right here. So if I pull this off, I'm just going to try something, and I don't care because I can always reprint a piece. I'm going to try something just to satisfy my curiosity. If I just take a little nip off that corner, just a little nip off that corner, okay, right there. Oh, I know I need just a little bit more. It's just got to get around that one piece, and then watch. It comes this way fine, and it's going to come around, and it's going to make this transition just fine right there. Made that transition fine. Then when it comes to this one, it just gets caught right here. So if I take this and I give it a little more trim, just a hair more. I'm not an engineer, so there we go. A little bit more trim there. I'm not an engineer, but I'm a common sense-ineer. Just like that. There we go. Now it made that transition. Let's see now what happens. It's going one way, and it made the transition the other way. It's coming, it's coming, it's going to make it, and it made the transition the other way. See, it was just, it's that one little piece. Made that one, look at that. Now it's working. And there we go. That is doing what it's supposed to do right now. This would be a great arm exercise. There we go. Look at that. Da, 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 and done. That was the issue right there. It was just taking a little bit. So on this, all I did, you can see on that end gear, I just bit a bit off this end gear. Wouldn't have mattered if I turned it around the other way because the other end on the opposite corner had that short little piece too. So now when it happens now, and I'll turn this and you can I'll keep it as steady as I can. So it was getting caught. This end seems to be working fine. Okay, it comes around, it does the turnaround. Sorry, it's shaky, I know, but I'm doing the best I can. And this is where it was getting caught. Okay, see that one gear in the end? When we would come towards the end, it would get caught. But now that I gave it that little bit of clearance, it zips by it right there easily. So it worked. Hook it up to a stationary bike. Hey, that's a great idea. But this is good, and I can see that it comes with a power. You can get a power drill adapter for it. That is cool. I have never built anything this cool. This is really cool. Okay. Whew. There's my arm workout. Man, my arm is sore just from cranking on that thing. Ta-da! Okay, that's that part so far. So I'm missing a part. So obviously I like, why did I miss that part? That's kind of embarrassing. Do I see that part? Oh, there, right there, filament guide. Okay, let's download it. I totally missed that part. Like that's because I printed the plates. They have things here called print plate, and it's a plate full of the parts. And obviously I didn't see that part wasn't on one of those plates. Maybe it was, and maybe it failed. Put a NEMA. Ooh. Now, Jack, that is a doable thing, isn't it? To put a NEMA. I have lots of spare motors. Theoretically, could I not put a motor with a switch and just hook it up to a NEMA motor somehow? You know, that's maybe an upgrade or something to do with this. Is this too good to be true, or did I actually fix this so it works? No, it does work. But how fast? Let's just see. Even though I don't have the proper inserts, let's see how fast the spool itself is going to spin. Okay, I don't have the proper inserts, but I can wing it. I got to print the proper inserts. So this, and this one, we got a reverse thread. Okay, let's just get these sort of centered. Kind of sort of like that. This would go on here and it would sit like this. Oh, look how fast that goes. Whoa. Look how fast that turns. Ready? Like that turns, that gear ratio is awesome. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. Holy cow. And then you got this thing, which is going to move your filament side to side so that you get a nice even wind. Does the roller include windlass? Wind and an ESP32. Look at that. Look at that. Oops. Wow. That's fast. That won't take long to actually I should be going this way. No, actually I should be going this way. It'll roll underneath. Oh, I get it. Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna do a live respooling of a spool when this is all done. And even though I don't have the proper inserts, you can see they should be sitting flush. They're just a little too big. It could still make it work if I had to, but I would just print the proper inserts for it. So very cool. Oh man, I am like stoked that I actually built this. That is fun. And you guys watch me build it. Cool. And it's solid. Like it's solid. I just dropped a part. Oh man. Anyways, just a washer. No, where'd my little gear go? I dropped my little gear. That's okay. Oh, that's fun. What an idiot I am. An idiot. There it is. I found it. Okay, so awesome. Let's get back to this. Doomp, doomp, and doomp. That's it for tonight, everybody. If you're interested, I'll live stream the rest of this build if you guys are interested. I'm going to print a couple parts that I need. I need the part that's the filament guide that goes in here. Oh, and then I need to print the proper size, get some proper size inserts for this. And obviously, I've got to print a few of the different size inserts for the donor spools to make sure they're going to fit the donor spools. So it's pretty good. It is solid. I just happened to, not finish building it right, and I just kind of tore it apart. But it's easy enough to go ahead and do this and put this on here and put this back on here and then put this back on here in the right spot. Oops. And put it back on here in the right spot. Did I do it backwards? Oh, I did. I got this. This has got to go this way. So this is like this. like this. There we go. And then I have it. There we go. I want to make sure I knew how to put that back on so it would work again. And it's working again. It's working again. And it's working. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Listen, I will stream this when I complete this build, or when I do more of this build. I'm going to print some more parts when I stop right now. And then let me get to this banner. There we go. That one there. There we go. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. 26 of you stuck around, and I got more likes than I had people watching, so I really like that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll end up printing another one of these and then just do a video on the assembly, so it's a little more, at least now I kind of know what I'll be doing when I do the video. So thanks, everybody, for watching. You guys have a great week, and we'll just, next Sunday, we'll decide what we're going to do next Sunday as far as whatever I get done. So, hey, listen, you guys, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.